In the previous walkthrough, I showed you how you can accurately rig a game character, but in this particular walkthrough, I intend to show you how you can make your game character interact properly with the game environment by effortlessly completing a walk cycle. Even if you are a beginner, don't get discouraged. Or even if you don't understand the anatomy of the body, just follow these tricks I'm about to show you, and you will be glad you did. First, you introduce your rigged game character as well as the image reference you intend to work with. Now you can initiate the pose you want your game character to have. I mean, the initial pose that you want to start with. And for this is where you can either introduce the forward or inverse kinematic movement. For me, I find it easier to work with the forward kinematics movement. It saves a lot of time. Just look at how I am doing mine. If you don't get it, rewind this clip few seconds behind till when I started to position our game character to take the initial pose. As you can see, it was the forward kinematics movement I used to initiate the initial pose. You can try that as well. I believe you got it, and I believe you are satisfied with your own initial pose, just like mine. The next thing to do is to press A to highlight the entire rig, and let's set a keyframe. To set a keyframe, just press high, and this option will pop up. You click on the option that has location, rotation, and scale. While doing all this, ensure that your keyframe on the timeline is on 0, just in case you want to start to set a keyframe for your own work. After you have successfully initiated the pose, double check it again to be sure it is on frame 0. As soon as you are done with that, you copy your keyframe at frame 0 and you move to frame 12. But when you get to frame 12, instead of just pasting what you copied from frame 0, now this is the time you will flip the keyframe. I repeat, you flip the copied keyframe at keyframe 0. If you look carefully at your game character, you can see that the pose has taken an opposite position. This particular feature is solely available to Blender, and in my own opinion, this gives Blender a bigger edge over the other 3D softwares that are currently available in the market. As you can see, the pose at keyframe 12 is accurately the opposite of the initial keyframe at 0. Now you move to frame 24 and paste the keyframe you copied from the timeline when it was on 0. Please bear in mind that using frame 24 is generally appealing to the eyes, and this is a universal practice. Now I believe we have the base for our work cycle. Now play it and let's see what your own work cycle looks like. You can see mine, you can see the way it's responding. It's not yet perfect. We can still make it better than this. So the next thing you do now is you move to frame 3 and press Shift E, and make sure you move the cursor to read 50. That's immediately after pressing Shift E. This will make the legs to be slightly at equilibrium. Now we can make further tweaks to the feet or the knee. We can bring the hip down just a little bit. That's if needed. Either we'll bring it down or we swing it to any side that we are okay with. And we can also drag the other feet forward just a little bit. Now we go to frame 6. While at frame 6, don't forget to also press A to highlight the entire rig. And next we press I to set the keyframe once again. Remember, it's location, rotation, and scale option we go for. And the keyframe once again is frame 6. Just tweak the right feet, tilt it up a little bit. I think this is okay. And don't forget to move the other leg just a little bit forward. Next, we go to frame 9. Press A again to highlight all and set I for the keyframe. At frame 9, you grab the hips and you bring it up just a little bit. Now it's time to use the mirror tool once again. The mirror tool is the same thing as flipping the keyframe that you copied. The act of flipping your copied keyframe is called mirroring. So like I said, it's time to use the mirror tool once again. Copy the frame at 3 and we'll go all the way to frame 15 and we flip the copied frame over. This same technique can be repeated for frame 6. We go to frame 18 as well and we flip it. Finally, you copy the frame at 9 and you flip it as well at frame 21. Now, I believe you have successfully animated your game character to do the complete work cycle. As you can see, the work cycle starts from frame 0 and ends at frame 24. But if you want the work cycle to continue till infinity, just go to the graph menu. As you can see me do, highlight the entire frame once again and press Shift E to set the F-curve extrapolation and click on Make Cyclic. This will make your game character to walk till infinity. And there you have it. If you love this walkthrough, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Good luck.